Here he's got a tour of the studios. So he's looking good. Yeah. 362 Knoxville, Tennessee, get on down. We got the things hooked up today. Our little microphone. The only way you have to do, we have to mute this part and turn on this mic here when we talk in this microphone right here. And we got it all here. It sounds great. It's got some kind of thing. OBS Studio does great things. So there's all night 21 area 6 hours to midnight. Area 21 6 hours to midnight. Check him out on YouTube. DD21 South Carolina. He goes by Old Rain Night. So that's our thing going on today. On a July 14th, 2026 day. That's the Temu mixer you see. That's our audio things. This is how we set it up here. This goes into the microphone here, to the desk mic here. And I always lined up like this when you want to talk in that position where it's at. And we got more stuff inside this thing. And we got a set like this. This is what I write down a while back from this. Same thing as the cell phone live stream I did. And the all stream. That's my settings for it, what I do with the cell phone. And you could do this, it'll work fine. And you could turn up the volume more to make it happen. This was the old sound cards that ran into these jacks. These are the same jacks that are running here. You guys can see it. A 3-way jack you need. This is in a condensed microphone. That's what I'm running it. Right there. Don't want to mess with that. And this is the headset. The way you do your live streams, you hook your you hook it in a condensed microphone and run the headset to your thing, and that's how it works for the cell phones. This is the way you do it now, and she's got it hooked up with these 3-pin things. I had this a while back. I'll show you guys. And here's our setup today. And it's about 87 degrees. It's pretty hot out here. Had to bring the dogs in a while ago. I got this radio on PA, so it's not going to interfere. I always switch this to PA when I talk. When I talk on the thing. We're coming in pretty good, all the northeast states. It's all coming in right now, guys. She's rocking good today. And there's our camera we're doing on OBS Studio. There's the app you could use. That's what we're doing it. That's OBS Studio app. You can get that and run it through your internet, through your laptop on OBS Studio. It works. So you could do that completely. And it's about 98 degrees outside right now. And look how hot it is. I was out here since this morning around 10 o'clock. I set it up. And let's go look at our beam outside. So, give you guys a little tour today. So yeah. So looking good on our beam. We got it pointing toward 50 degrees toward the northeast states. You guys can see that up there. 362 Knoxville, Tennessee, on down. Yeah. She's looking beautiful today, so you guys can see that. And so we get a pinch out there. She's doing good. So we gave a tour of the studio today. And let me get us a glimpse. So we can see it. There we go. And hope we get it good on this one. Our beam's still rocking good on the meters. We did have some rain yesterday, today. I think today we had some rain. Last time we had rain. We're probably going to get some more of this. It's pretty good. But you guys see our beam. She's doing beautiful today. 362 Knoxville, Tennessee, on down. Our tree is trying to grow back, guys. You remember that. And still have our cans here. Still we have that. And let me give you a tour of the garden we can look at. We're not going to tour it today. We'll show you guys what it looks like today. Let's give a glimpse right now. We had to show you the studio mic down. It's pretty hot outside today. I set that up today on the Temu mixer if you guys want. This is our tomatoes here. You guys can see right here. She's looking good. We got them out here the last 2 days. And I guys give you a glimpse of it so you guys take a look. So we got cantaloupes growing right here. You guys can see it down here. A lot of things there. And we got corn. We tried some yesterday. The corn looks great, guys. You can see that. Pretty quite good. And just want to let you guys know about that. So you guys have a good glimpse. And I'm telling you guys, looking beautiful today. So that's our corn. So I had to brighten up the image so it's good. And we got some ears there. So I tried some ears. It's actually yellow corn. It's been growing good. We got our squash here. And we got zucchinis back here. We got a lot more. And some squash and potatoes been dig out. Mother's been doing all that stuff for the last couple days. And these are big corn size. So they actually are pretty quite ripe. So I tried them pretty good. And we got some watermelon growing right here. Mama grows a lot of watermelon stuff. And there's cucumbers in there. But we had some deer came out here a week ago. They ate some of this stuff down a little bit on that side here. But mostly we had some deer came out there today. My dogs usually bark at the deer. And we had this little thing that sets off the thing. It's a loud little siren thing. So let me show you guys with the beam. She's doing good. She's got a lot of great things going on right now. There she is. She's banging on those meters at 50 degrees. We're pointing at the northeast states. When I said the 310 would be perfect, guys. You can see it. She's doing good. And our Mako P5000 is right up there on the roof. You guys know that guy is. You guys know that is. She is beautiful, doing good. And she's doing good right now. We get some of those thunder clouds that come in like rain. They're not thunderstorms yet. That's where we get a lot of cumulus clouds in the afternoon. So I just want to let you know. Then we got that apple tree and the blueberries right here you can see. And this is 362 Knoxville, Tennessee. We just want to give you guys a glimpse update. We got the chickens out there. They're running around. They eat a lot of stuff. And that is our beam pointing over toward the northeast corner. You guys know the northeast corner up in that area. We moved it over to Canada today on it. That's usually the right direction. She's doing good. And that's what we are. She is doing great. But you guys know with this pole what happened during a year ago. But she's still holding up pretty good, guys. You know that. This is 362 Knoxville, Tennessee. Get on down. And you guys can hear all the DX coming in right now from the northeast corner. And she's doing pretty good. And pretty great. So we're getting a lot of traditions today from the northeast corner. No west coast stations today. I heard a little bit Panama came in today. The same guy I talked to a few days ago. He came about 2-3 hours ago and he was gone. And mostly it's been getting a lot of stations to the Midwest states like Iowa. And mostly that's only here far west toward Iowa today. And mostly I'm hearing a lot of stations coming out in eastern Canada, Pennsylvania, parts of New York, New Jersey I'm getting. And mostly Ohio we're getting right now, and Indiana and Illinois. So that's where we're getting right now. And that's what you guys want to let you guys know. She's looking great. 362 Knoxville, Tennessee. You guys have a great day. I gave you a tour of the tour of the Temu mixer. I recommend you guys want to get one. I'll put down the description down below where you can get one. Highlander 4 & 8 has the same one I have. And we're trying it out today. So I hope you guys enjoyed the live stream today. So we made some great contacts. I grabbed a lot of stations today in the northeast corner today, in Canada, and Wisconsin, and Michigan today. So this is 362 Knoxville, Tennessee. We'll catch you later off the key from UDX362 United Delta X-Ray 362. And if you guys want to go check out 390 Wagmaster on YouTube, go look it up. And he does live streams once in a while. Check out some of his videos. If you want a United Delta X-Ray number, if you want to join the club, you got a radio ready to go. Go do some contacts. Make sure you email him at udxcbradio@yahoo.com. And you'll be quite good. Also, don't forget to check out Oreo Night this weekend on Saturday night at 11 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. He's 21 out of C, called UDX21 out of South Carolina. And make sure you check him out. Oreo Night, and he does the Uncle Freddy giveaways and does the drawing stickers. If you get say hi to him in the chat room, he'll give you a blue wrench. You get your YouTube channel out there, and you'll be in the 21 shout out wheel for no matter what. And don't forget, he's going to be doing a 6K giveaway on 6,000 subscribers when it hits YouTube soon. He's going to do he's going to give away one of those Catalyst amps, one of those things. That's part of the one of the giveaways, and I don't know what the other giveaway is part inside this thing. But also don't forget to check out the Uncle Freddy out there on 21.C, UDX21 Oreo Night on YouTube. And also after Old Radio Night gets off that hour, make sure you check out the old 2 radio network named Dennis Thompson out of Fresno, California. He's on, and the channel is 27.085, channel 11, and make sure you keep it on the dial. And they got 2 C radios from the first generations on the air. So they're like from the 1950s to the 60s and 70s. Your Brownie Golden Eagles, your DAC 10s, your Mark 3s, and your Johnson Messenger, and the World Radio, the Hustler, and the Buddy Bass Radio, and the Democo Satellites, and you got lots more, and your Robin 123Bs, and your Robin 123s, and your Comsat 35s and 25s, and lots of tube radios on that channel. It goes on to 2 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time, and you guys are going to love that show. Check out the old 2 Radio Network, and also this Friday, don't forget to check out World Radio 559 out of San Francisco Bay, California. He goes by UDX559, and he's out of San Francisco Bay, California. And check him out at least around 11 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. Get checked in on YouTube, and you get checked in, he'll write you down, or you're on the radio, you be on channel 17 to talk to him all the way to California, anywhere in the world if you're out there. Also, don't forget to check out Golden Gate 1220, UDX 1220. Look up Golden Gate on YouTube, and they're called the Hogtown Radio Roundup. They're on channel 36, and they do check-ins. They got operators out of New York, Texas, and Northern California, where the Golden Gate 1220 station is. And once you get check in on YouTube or Facebook or on the C Radio, channel 36 lower sideband, you'll be put in an entry from him, and they do drawings once in a while. So I won the Hogtown Radio Roundup t-shirt about on the 4th of July. It was pretty nice. So make sure you check him out. Golden Gate 1220 on. I want to let you guys know, 362 Knoxville, Tennessee. Sorry about that. Don't forget to check out Golden Gate 1220 on YouTube today. UDX362 waving on back. So I'm going to show you a photo here in a few seconds. You guys are going to see it here in this video. So we did a great day today. We're still on the live stream right now. I want to let you know. So don't forget to check that out. And this is my old room, my old back laundry room, my old house in South Florida back in 1993 from 1998. That's where my C radio used to be at. Where those windows at near that ceiling fan below, that's where my Navajo base station was run there. I was called Mr. Cool 362 back in the day, and that's what I was called, Mr. Cool back in the day. Then I switched it over to I was called Mr. Cool 362, and also I was called also Mr. Weatherman. That's what I was on the radio on a lot. I was called Mr. Weatherman back in the day, guys. I want to let you guys know that. 362 Knoxville, Tennessee. Also, I used to know a guy named Memphis Boy on the radio back in the day. We used to be hanging on channel 17. We had guys like Nighthawk. We had Frankenstein back in the day. Manhattan Bass, that's who he was called. And there was another one called Squash, the same guy. And we had a lot of guys out there too. And we had a lady named Critter out there. She used to live in that area. This was like from 1996 to 1997 when it happened to me with my Navajo base station. We had a Super Lance antenna about 50 foot on a mast back in Hollywood, Florida. Also, I'm going to let you guys know, also we had a guy named Nighthawk, lived about a mile away, 3 miles away to the west of me in Miami Gardens. I was in a place in Hollywood, Florida, not very far from Hallandale Beach Boulevard, and we're west of I-95, and it's in a place called Lake Forest near North Miami, between Broward and Dade County. Miami-Dade is called, which is called Miami-Dade County now because it was a mayor named Alice Pedalis that changed it. That's what happened. I heard it back in the 2000 when I lived in North Florida. So this is my back laundry room where my C radio was right at that window right near the ceiling fan. You guys know the Navajo base station. You guys know that. I started on C radios back when I was 14 years old in a mobile. My dad had one in a pickup truck. Radio Shack type mobile radio, guys. You know what that is. You guys have heard it many times about what I told you guys a while back. Also, I'll let you guys know that as true. I'll let you know there was a next door neighbor had a C radio with a beam antenna like a Mako 104 or 103, and he was called Greenie. That's what he was. He used to hang out on channel 30. He used to be called Papa 38 and Greenie. And when the day one of my neighbors passed away down the street down here, when I got on C radio with him about a mile away to the north of Hallandale Beach Boulevard back in the day, it used to be called Circle K back in the day, which is a racetrack now, and it has the same Italian restaurant next door to it called Frank's Pizza. But when I used to talk out there about a mile away from him, we talked for a few minutes, and he knew the guy very well. So that's the only time I talked to my next door on a C radio back then. This guy used to bleed on my televisions back in my day, in the whole entire neighborhood, even on my cable boxes back then, when he had his boxes on back then. Just want to introduce that what my C-radio life was back then, and I talked to a kid, same age as me, and he was in Carver Ranches to the north, and he was visiting. He came from Jacksonville, Florida, visit his grandma for a week, and we talked on the C-radio on channel 14 back in the day, and he was a colored person, I was a white person. We talked on the radio for about at least 30 minutes, and that was like the only coolest contact I did back in the day. Also, we had another one out there too on channel 17. It was a kid on the radio, same age as me in a different way. And he was out in Harris Road, out near Primrose Pines out there, talking on the radio. That's the first I heard in my local contact back in the day, and it was on channel 17. And the farthest kid I did talk to is Kentucky one time, barefoot, on this Navajo base station. And also, the only skip I did my contact 50 miles away to Homestead, Florida. And I think he was called King. His name was Frogger or something like that. I don't know. But then we used to hear all of those stations down in North Miami and Miami. A lot of Cuban stations you hear in Spanish when it comes to skip. Then you heard the Channel 6 guys like the Super Bowl back in the day in Hollywood, Florida. And that's what we used to hear all the time. And a lot of the guys on Channel 17, they used to do shootouts when they go down to the Florida Keys, and they talk to these guys up here on Channel 17 in Hollywood, Florida, in that area. But that is very true about all those guys I mentioned here. And you know who knows them? I talked to one of their workers one time. I called back 5 to 8 years ago. And the guy knew Memphis Boy very quite well. Which he, Memphis Boy sent some stuff in the mail to me a long time ago. I had to return it back because he let me borrow for a week. He was showing me all about the CB radio field and stuff. And he was trying to get me into amplifiers, which I couldn't take because my dad didn't want to take it back then. I'll tell you some experience about that is true, but also when I was in 6th grade, I walked around this neighborhood. There was a person down the road, kid, and he had a C-radio in his van. It was like a Cobra 29. It was a big one, silver, and I got to turn on the radio, tried it out one time, tried it, and I gave him a call sign called G-Force. So it was actually my base station antenna up here. I think it was actually a mobile radio I tried. This was like back in 1994, around that time, when I remember in April 1994, now I remember. And when we tried our radio check, we tested each other out, and I heard them pretty quite good. I was on a Radio Shack in my dad's pickup truck in a mobile in the driveway, and that's how I started back in when I was 14 in a pickup truck in an F250, and they were like the newest truck back then on 1994 back in the day. And that's how I talked on the C-radio when I started when I went up from a walkie-talkie to a base station until during the Christmas of 1995 is when I got my base station, my Navajo base station, and a Super Lance antenna. But I didn't like the Super Lance antenna. That's probably what caused my SWRs messed up, and probably what fried the radio. And I wanted to have an Antron 99 back in the day. You had to look through catalogs to go get the right places to find where they're at. But also, these houses were cheap back in the day. You guys remember that. But this house is built in the 1950s. It had a swimming pool, and most of that's what it did. It had a little well water. But also, I'll tell you guys about that. We had a lot of great C-radio stories in this one, and we didn't lose anybody that year. We had a little fun times. They used to sing Rudolph Reindeer, make fun about people. On the CB was back then. I was 14. These guys were like 20 to 30 years old, a lot older than me. And we used to talk on it every single day out there. Back in the day, this is when the internet was a pioneer, like American Online was a new thing, and most of DS dial-up was like the newest thing back in the day when a lot of... You guys have a great day. UDX362 Knoxville, Tennessee today. We told you something about my C-radio stories back in Hollywood, Florida, how I got on the CB back then, and there's a lot more to it later on. But you guys have a good day. Thanks for joining this short video. We gave you the VIP tour of the Temu mixer. Have a great day. UDX362 Knoxville, Tennessee. 73 will stand by. 73, stand by. Have a great day. We'll bring out more videos soon. Hope you guys enjoyed the video today. We'll catch you later.